Hi everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to make this pregnant lady. I made this back in March for a baby shower, and today I'm going to show you how to make this. It is super cute. She's got a big belly, and there's one reason why she does have a really big belly. There is a surprise inside. So what is inside is a little baby. There's a tiny little baby inside. So I will be posting a video for this, and I'll put the link in the description box. I'll have it up in the next day or so. So this tiny little baby, you just kind of squish and you put inside of her dress. So that's what will happen. And you'll just have to kind of fix it around. So the baby gets put away. I will be making this exactly like this. To let you know, I will use this pink color. So the pink is about 110 bands. The skin tone color is just from the Rainbow Loom skin tone bag mix. There are about 60 bands. And I will be using burgundy for the hair, which is about 50 bands. And you can choose your eye color. I'm going to get started. I'm going to use one loom, and our loom is going to be in its normal position with the arrows facing down. I do suggest using an extra hook for one part to hold this piece of the dress on. You could try sticking it at the bottom of your loom, which I have done, or using a toothpick. You're also going to need one C-clip if you are going to put a mouth on. So we are going to make the arm. I have made one, so you're going to make one with me and then pause the video to make another. So all we're going to do is, using the color of your dress, I am going to use pink, so double bands. We are going to go down, and we're going to go down twice. So 1 and 2. Now for the next part, I added a band here on the arm. You can do this part or not. It's up to you. So you just take a single band and wrap it around your hook 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want to make sure that there are 4 loops on here because I'm going to show you how to bring 2 of the loops to the other side. You're going to take double bands and support it with your finger and pinch and slide on. And place on the loom. Now we're going to go down 3 times using double bands and your skin color of your choice. So 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you wanted to save your skin tone bands, you can go all the way down to the end here using your pink color and just put a skin tone band for the hand. So you could just go down all the way using your dress color and one for your hand. I am going to use a single band and I'm going to cap the end 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. And loop up. Reaching in, hold your cap band down if you need, and loop up. When you get to the first pink, you're just going to loop up. We're not going to add extra bands. And now remove off the loom, and you can either put to the side, or I'm just going to use the bottom of my loom. Now we're just going to make the belly extension piece here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use my dress color and I'm going to use double bands, and we're going to go down 7 times. On the right and on the left. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We are going to go on the left 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, 1 more. We're going to go down in the middle 7 times. So starting from the top and go down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So right now we're going to take single bands and we're going to make holding bands in a triangle. So if you want, you can push your bands down. So when you go to loop, it's a little bit easier. And we're going to start on the second pegs going down and making a triangle. Again, so this would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. When you get to the end, you want to take this end band, the bottom of the triangle, and bring it up. So you want it around, not what I'm doing here, you want it around and above. Now we need to cap the 2 ends on either side, so the left and the right. We want to cap each with a single band and cap it 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. I did the right, and now the left. 1, 2, and 3. And now this part we're just going to loop up. So it doesn't matter which side you start to loop. I'm going to go on my right, grabbing the double bands, holding the cap bands down, and loop forward. Do not loop the holding bands. I'm going to go in the middle, so just grab the bottom band and go up. And on the left, move your cap bands out of the way. I'm going to hold it down and loop up, moving those holding bands out of the way. Now once you're complete, this is where you're going to need something to put it on. Okay? So if you are going to use something like a toothpick, just be very, very slow. Pause me while you're doing that. You can put it on a hook. So grab your right side, your middle, and your left, and you want to just lift up. I'm just going to use my fingers to pull up. Okay, this is where if you're going to use a toothpick, just give it a stretch and slide it on, making sure you grab every single loop and then just remove your hook. I have an extra hook, so I'm just going to put to the side. If you do want to slide this on, I suggest putting it on the other side and slide it on. Now we're going to make her body. So you're going to use your skin color bands. Again, you can give her a turtleneck and use your dress color for the neck. But I'm going to use 3 bands for the neck and starting at the top peg and going down once. Now switching to my dress color, double bands, I'm going to give shoulders. So I'm going to push this down and a shoulder to the right, center to right, and then the center to the left. Now using double bands, we are going to go down 6 times on the right and the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now on the left, 6 times as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now in the center, we're going to go down 6 times as well. Double bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we want to go down. I think I'm going to add the arms now. I think that would be easier because the arms are in the way for our legs. So removing your arm, you'll notice that you have the bands on one side. That single band we looped 4 times. It doesn't matter which side it goes on. Just attach it to the second peg going down on your left and the other one. Again, doesn't matter which way. On the right at your shoulder area. Now what I want to do is go down using double bands for our skin color, and we're going to go down all the way to the end on the loom. So you should have went down 5 times. Again, now on the left, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this area, and I'm just going to use my skin tone bands and for the feet. I gave her bare feet, and so no shoes. Now if you did want to use shoes, make shoes with a different color, you can use a single band. So this part you can use like a pink here and make shoes, so you're saving your skin tone bands, or a different color shoe, white. I'm going to use the skin tone. So I went down once using double bands, and I'm going to cap the end 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to loop this up, and I'm going to attach to the right side. So just reaching in, I only grabbed 1 band and remove off the loom. And I'm going to attach, and now we're going to do this exact same thing for the left side. So grabbing double bands, go down once, and a single band, wrap 3 times. 1, 2, and 3, and loop up. Remove off the loom and attach to the left side. Now we need some holding bands. So I'm going to use my dress color, single band, and I'm going to go below the arms in a triangle. So that would be 1 triangle, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This one, again, we want to take the center and bring it to the peg above, not losing the end, sorry. I do it every time. Now we have to attach our belly piece on. But before we do that, we need to loop up some of these middle bands. What we're going to do is we're going to loop up to here. So this is your fourth peg going down, and you're going to loop up each one of these bands and stop here. So reaching in the center, loop your bands, go up. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're going to stop there. Now we're going to attach our belly piece. You should have 12 loops around the top of your hook. The first 4, we are going to slide on the fourth peg going down. So you have to count from the top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your next 4 are going to be on your fourth peg going down. And your last 4 are we're going to slide on your fourth peg going down on the right. So just give it a pinch, and we're going to slide on, removing your hook carefully, and push down. The next 4, we're going to slide on that fourth in the center, removing your hook carefully, and now the last 4 on your fourth peg in on the right. Push down. You don't want to lose your bands. Now what we're going to do is you're going to take your cap bands, so the 3 bands that you looped around, and stretch it to here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Your 8th peg going down, so the end where your dress is. And grabbing your cap bands on the other side, we're going to do the same thing. What you don't want to do is grab this holding band that's there, only the 3 loops for the cap band. And bring it around. So now we're going to attach this belly so it's not loose. You don't want it loose, it's all attached. What you're going to do is I'm going to do the right side first. You have teardrops here, and each one we are going to grab a bottom single. The one that's facing, it really doesn't matter which one, but I like to grab the bottom one that's closest facing the peg. So I just reached in, grab it, and I'm going to loop it around the next peg. We attached here on the 4th, so I'm looping the next teardrop on my 5th. Your next teardrop, you're going to grab that single and you're going to go around the same peg, your 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the next teardrop, grab the bottom single, the one that's closest to your peg, and wrap it around. Your next teardrop, grab a bottom single and loop it around the same peg. So 2 teardrop bottom loops are attached. For your next one, you're going to grab the bottom single, loop it around, and there's a last teardrop. We're going to grab the bottom single and loop it around. Now for the left side, I think you can see, you're going to grab the bottom single from the next teardrop, loop it around your 5th peg, go to the bottom next single, loop it around the same peg. Now for the next teardrop, you're going to loop it around the next peg, the next teardrop, loop it around the same, the last peg you're going to grab from the next teardrop, and the last teardrop, grabbing a single and looping it around the same peg. It's done. We're ready to loop up. So we're just going to loop straight up to the top here. I'm going to start on the left, reaching in, and go up. Now for here, you're just going to loop up the bottom bands. So reaching in, don't grab your holding bands in there. And now on the right side, I'm just going to pull the foot piece out of the way and go up. You can loosen up the tension if you need, moving your hook around. Remember, only grabbing the bottom bands. Now we need to loop up the middle. So you have 3 more loops to go. So you do not want to miss this loop. So just reach in at your 4th peg going down and loop up. And now reach in and loop up the neck. And remove off the loom. I'm going to use my hook. And now using my hook, the neck, and remove off the loom. And this is what you should have. You can place this to the side. I'm going to use the bottom part of my loom and store her there until we're ready for her. So now we're going to do her face. And at the bottom of our loom, I'm going to show you how to do the hair and how to attach. So the face part is pretty straightforward. I'm going to use my hair color. So this will be the top part of the hair. So I'm going to use the burgundy double bands going from the top left up to the center and then center down. If I can get that on. Now you're going to go down twice on the right, twice in the center, and twice in the middle using your hair color. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Sorry. And in the center. 1 and 2. Now I'm going to go down twice on the right using my skin color bands. That is 1 and 2. I am going to go on the left down twice, 1 and 2. Let's close this off, going down from the left down to the center and center to the right. I'm going to complete the center using double skin color bands. 1, 2, and 3. I am going to use holding bands, and I'm going to use the hair color, and I'm going to do an upside down triangle at the top. I'm going to use another hair color, and a triangle. I'm going to switch to the skin color band and make a triangle just below. Forgive me. forgive me, the last color should be the hair color. Terribly sorry. My hands are so slippery. Okay, here you go. So that's an upside down, normal triangle, normal triangle. Now skin color triangle, and one more. Okay, so now we're going to use the bottom part of our loom for the hair pieces at the side. So I'm going to use double burgundy bands, and we're going to go down on the right 3 times. So you can like just start halfway through. The middle one is going to be a peg above, so you don't want to just start here. So go down 3 times on the right, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to go in the center down 3 times, but again, you're going to start at the peg above. 1, 2, and 3. Should look like this. Not even. Now what you're going to do, from the center, you're going to close it off going down to the right with double bands. You're going to use a single band, and you're going to cap the end peg on your right. So this is 1, 2, and 3. We need to put 2 triangles, and we're going to use a single band, and we are going to put our triangles sideways. So starting at your second peg going down in this center here, you're going to make a triangle. The point is out to the right. We're going to put another one overlapping our first one, and it's going to the right. We're ready to loop up. So reach in. You can hold your cap band down if you wish. So you're going to take your right, loop up to the center, and now you're just going to loop straight up. Moving your holding band out of the way. And now on the right. You're going to remove this off the loom, and we are going to slide this on double bands. I'm going to remove off the right and then the center. Remove off the loom. You can put everything straight if you wish. Taking double bands, you're going to slide every single one of these loops on this double band. This makes your life easier when we are going to attach. So support with your finger, and you can take section by section, or just go fast and put it on, grabbing both ends. Now I want you to see something. If you're looking at this piece that we just made together, you will notice that the side that's at your tip of your hook has like 4 sections of teardrops. This would be 1, 2, 3, and then the one where we closed off is 4. We are going to put this on our hook, and you're just going to make sure that you have the side we want to attach here is only your 3 loops, so the other side. So just attach on. No big deal, just attach on. So we're going to attach to our top peg on the left, and there you go. When you're attaching, you're going to grab your holding band, and you're going to give it a stretch. I'm just going to support with my hand, and we are going to bring it down to the last peg. So if you're looking at it, you will see 3 teardrops against your peg on this left side. You have 3 pegs that are not being used. So again, I'm going to take a single band from each one and attach to each peg. So starting at my top one, this teardrop, going for the bottom single and wrapping it around my second peg. Next teardrop, going for a bottom single wrapping it around my third peg. The next teardrop, bottom single that's closest to the peg and attached to my fourth peg going down. Now we're going to do another one for the right side, and you're going to do the exact same thing that we just did. So double bands going down somewhere in this bottom part. We're going to go down 3 times. So 1 and 2 and 3. In the center, you're going to go down 3 times, double bands, and you're going to start at the peg above. Go down 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Take a look. This is what you should have. You're going to close it off from the center down to the right. Push down your bands. Take a single and cap the end peg on your right 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Now take a single band and we're going to make triangles. So again, the same thing. Your second peg, triangle is going out, tip, another single. You're going to overlap that last triangle, tip going out to the right. We're ready to loop up. So grabbing your hook, reach in, and the top 2 bands are going to the center. So just loop up to the center, and now loop straight up. I'm just starting on the right, it doesn't matter. Center, move all these bands out of the way, and go up. Moving that holding band out of the way. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to reach in on the right, removing the bands, reach in on the left, and remove off the loom. You can fix your loops around, taking double bands. You're going to slide these on. So I like to support with my finger, and you can just take section by section and just grab both ends, and we've made the right. We're going to attach this now. So I'm just going to, the exact same way that you had it, we're just going to end up flipping it. But you're going to slide on the top peg on your right, and we need to find where our 3 teardrops are. So it should be at the top where your cap band is. Take your cap band and stretch it to the bottom part of your loom. So you will see 3 teardrops on the top. What we're going to do is take this piece and just kind of flip it, because those are the ones that we want on our pegs. So just take it, put it to the side, and you're going to attach a single band to your second peg from your next teardrop, the next teardrop, and just a bottom single to the next teardrop. Should be all done, and it should look like this. Now we're going to do her eyes. So I am going to use bands and just like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use black, choose your color, and I'm going to use 2 single white bands. I'm going to take a black and I'm going to wrap this around my hook 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to take a white, wrap it around twice on either side. So this would be 1, 2, 1, and 2. Single black, wrap it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to use a white and wrap it twice on either side. 1, 2, 1, and 2. We need a skin color band, and we are going to slide this on, a single band. So just pinch and slide on. And once you have these on, you're going to attach this to your third pegs going down on either side, right and the left, 1, 2, and 3, and push down. We're ready to attach the body. So reaching in, grab your body, her body, somebody's body, here, and we're going to put this on at the bottom chin part. So just slide on, making sure that you get all those loops. And we are ready to loop up. So reaching in at your neck here, grab the top 2 bands, right, you can do it, and loop up to the center, reach in, grabbing the next top 2 bands, and they're going to the right and the left. Now you just have to loop up on, going to do the right and then the left and then the center. So I'm going to, you're going to have tension here, so be very careful you don't break your bands, and just move your hook around, grabbing your bottom 2 bands and loop forward. When you loop up, you're only going to grab these bottom bands. So I'm just going to continue looping up. We've looped up 1, 2, 3, move your holding band out of the way, 4, and to the top. Now on the left, relieve some tension. Move these bands out of the way and grab your bottom bands. And now we want to loop up the center, so we've already done 1. Reach back in and grab the other. And I'm going to separate the eyes with my hook here, and I'm going to loop in the middle of the eyes. And continue. Make sure you've looped every single one. You don't want it to fall off the loom. Now this is your choice to use. There are a lot of bands here and a lot happening. If you want to use 2 and do a slip knot, I'm just going to use 1. So reach in at the top, grab your band, and grab both ends, and slide it over and make a knot. Now remove off the loom. And now this is what you should have. So now we're going to fix her, and what we're going to do is, right now I'm going to use double pink bands, or whatever color your dress is, and I'm going to wrap them around, doubling it at the same time, just like how I did on this one. So I'm just going to give it a stretch and bring her head, or you can go through the bottom. I'm going to go through the top, and I'm going to just fix that because I'm going to loop it again. So just twist and go around again. And these bands here around the shoulder you can fix. Now we're going to fix the arms now. And what I'm going to do is take 2 of these loops here from this band that we looped around 4 times, and I'm going to bring it to the other side. So just reach in, grabbing 1 single band here, and we're just going to give it a stretch and bring it over to the other side of her arm. Doesn't matter which loop you're grabbing. Grab another one and bring it to the other side. So you have 2 on either side. The other arm, grab a single loop, give it a stretch, and bring it to the other side. Grab another one, give it a stretch, and bring it to the other side. So you have two on either side of that one. Now for the eyes, you just play around with them, fix them up, make them look pretty. I've lost part of my white in here, so I'm just going to use a toothpick to dig it out. And now for the hair part, you will notice, or you might have, these holding bands that are at the side. They are going to stick out, and we are going to just hide them. I couldn't double them. I couldn't even just tighten it in the slightest bit. It changed the entire look of the hair. So what we're going to do is go to the back, and you're going to find these holding bands just through somewhere and give it a little tug towards the back. And on the other side. Just finding these holding bands and just hiding them. I'm going to hide this slip knot, so just reaching in through the middle of the head and hiding it towards the back. Now if you want to do a mouth, you can pick the color. I will be using our skin color band and a C-clip wherever it went. But we're just going to do one more thing to her face. You're going to kind of bend her hair, the side pieces, squish her face together, and just bend these pieces to the side, and you just have to play around with them. Okay? And now I am going to show you that I want to put one end of the mouth on this side and one end of the mouth on this side. So I need to turn this around, and I'm just going to go on either side, push it through. So I'm on one side of these middle bands, and I'm going to grab a single band and bring one end to the other side. So I'm going to hold one end on my finger and bring it to the other side. Push it a little bit up. I'm going to go on the other side through this, on the left side of these center bands, and grab the other end and bring it towards the back. Grabbing a C-clip and putting both ends on the C-clip. And just flatten the face out and bend. You don't want the face all pointy. And you can just kind of tug at the hair and play with her face here. Okay? I hope you enjoyed. Baby will come up soon. And if you'd like to see, you can actually just kind of squeeze her inside. And then just fix her up a bit. And I'll show you how to fix. I hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. I will see you next time with another design. And please subscribe down below. Bye for now.